sé que me extrañas cada día. Si perdió el amor, lo siento, fue mala mía. Si fuera un cuento de fantasía, te llevaría a un paraíso y te besaría. Pero look at me, what in talking Spanish.
Hello and welcome yet again to another episode here at the Cardboard Cave podcast. I know, we have been in a slight hiatus, but it's because due to time, events, and so much other things that have happened to us in these past few months. That's why we haven't been able to provide you at least the podcast. Content has been around, but at least the podcast is the only thing that we haven't been able to provide to you. But we had a blast at Mega Geek Con, but that does not end there. We do have another event that we want to announce here is the Portal Experience. So the Portal Experience will be here once again in Ponce, in El Complejo. And what we're going to be doing there is that we're going to have the same concept. So we're going to have a 10 by 10 space that all of you can join us to learn about trading card games. We're going to have board games, and as well, we're going to have like a little table with a couple of like 3D printed items, and as well, probably a pop-up TCG player store will appear as well. The other great thing about it is that it's on November 1 and November 2. So it's a great weekend. And as well, there's a lot of people that are being invited. We're going to have, if I'm not mistaken, is 2 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle artists, the ones that illustrated The Last Ronin and the most recent Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles with the Power Rangers. We're going to have, I think it's for the first time here in Puerto Rico. I'm super excited about this one. We're going to have St. Austin John, the original Red Ranger, is coming to Puerto Rico as well. And for the first time singing and performing, and as well having his space like that, you can get your autographs and pictures, is Jason Page, the one that brought us the first Pokemon theme song to fruition. So if you guys want to have a great time with us and with all of the guests and with a great, amazing event that will have a lot of things that we will be posting in our social media, you guys have to go ahead. November 1, November 2, the Portal Experience. We're going to have a blast. So let's go ahead and move forward with our programming. We're going to go ahead and bring our favorite director, the one and only Ale.
I want to be the very best. Sorry.
Dude, I want, the great thing about this, I didn't say this in at the beginning. The fun thing is that we're next to him.
That's fun. That's fun. Look at that.
Let's go ahead and bring in the master of the dark arts, the one and only JP.
Hey, what's up?
How are you doing, JP?
I'm doing pretty good.
That's awesome. Now, guys, before we start talking about how Wizard of the Coast loves putting previews of the most I think is, I'm not gonna say the most the one that everybody's like waiting for. I think Avatar is the one that everybody's looking forward for, especially with what happened in San Diego Comic-Con. But Wizard of the Coast loves their IP, so hey, let's go ahead and Edge of Eternity's releases tomorrow. I mean, well, when this releases, is already released, so it will be released already, Edge of Eternities. But hey, let's give the people what they want. Spider-Man.
Other IPs. They love other IPs. Yes.
Yeah.
But I know that we talked about this behind the scenes to talk about Mega Geek Con, but I just wanted to ask you both, because I know it's going to be difficult to have all of us together, but how was your experience at Mega Geek Con, the 3 days? JP sadly couldn't make it on Friday, but he still made it Saturday and Sunday. Still, what was your experience? Did you guys like it? And what would be some advice that you would give the organizers for any upcoming event that they have?
So since I was only 2 days, I can keep mine a bit more brief. But I was there for the whole time of those 2 days. I feel like it was very well organized and it flowed very well. My only major issue is that since we were in a room, like in a store, like an empty store, that also had the cosplayers lining up for other stuff, we probably didn't get as much traffic as we could have had it been other people, other like vendors or other people there to see what we actually had to offer. And the people that entered were just kind of curious, and they would enter, and we would talk to them. I did at least 15 plus demos of one of the games, but that was in between both days, and I still feel I could have probably done more. After around 4:30 in both days, it just died out completely.
Yeah, I completely agree.
I enjoyed it. I think it was well organized, like JP said. I was there the whole 3 days. I think the highlight for me was seeing Chris alive and well. It was actually nice seeing him. He was there. He was participating. You know, he was giving out demos. He was playing. He was interacting with people. It was good to have him there. It was great to showcase some of the games, especially Neuroscape. People really hyped on Neuroscape, and I don't know if you talked to Titan Games, one of our sponsors, but the idea and the plan is to have this game come out when it actually releases in stores, to have it in Titan Games, because a lot of people like the cyberpunk aesthetic a lot. Beyond that, it would have been nice, even if it's like we're using an abandoned like store area, having it shared with the cosplayer was a bit of an issue, but it would have been mitigated if we had a little more space or if we had more tables, because I'm pretty certain a lot of people would have loved to have free play areas so they can play their favorite games, or we could have had more space to demo out other things, because we were kind of limited in space. At a certain point, people wanted to demo like Neuroscape, and they wanted to demo like Magic, and they wanted to demo like One Piece, and it became like a little bit of an issue. But overall, I think it was nice. A lot of people enjoyed Neuroscape specifically. Some people enjoyed Gundam, from what I saw, and we got a couple Commander games in, so that was also very enjoyable. Hopefully, we get to do more of this in other places. Hopefully, like the Puerto experience and more along those lines. But yeah, definitely more space is needed, especially for our other co-hosts and people who are joining us in the Cardboard Caves, like the John 2. The other John, he was demoing a lot of board games, and it was a little difficult for him to like showcase the board games properly, because these games take a bit of time to explain, and it's kind of a cramped space, so it's like very uncomfortable for them to kind of like lay out what the game was going to be and demo it out accordingly. We're like demoing out, 1v1 games, like card games. It's easy for like someone to sit across from me and play, but then some of the multiplayer games are a little more difficult, because you need multiple chairs and a bigger table, and you need some space to lay out all the little maps or whatever things you need, materials for the board game. But yeah, overall, I liked it a lot, and it was pretty packed. I went to the Maya West one, which was the week after. It was not as packed as the Ponce one. So I think, and overall, the Mega Geek Con was a success in terms of people who went to the event.
Yeah, I completely agree. I think that I'm not going to call it an issue, but I think that it would have been a little bit better if we would have had the whole place for ourselves where we were, with a couple more tables, like that we could have tables for free to play, and then more tables to be able to showcase other board games or to provide more demos, would be utterly great. And I haven't made the post yet, but yes, I think that if we could have had the people vote what was like their favorite demo, I think that Neuroscape was the favorite of the weekend. For a lot, exactly. But we're just pay attention to our social media, because we do have a big proposition from our sponsor, Titan Games, that it includes Narrowscape. So we know that they're going to bring it to Titan Games. For now, I think it's the only LGS that is going to have Narrowscape, but they want us to make sure that people learn it, that people know about it. So there are big things coming with Titan Games and Narrowscape. Where we know the details, but we can't provide them to you yet. But there's more to come because our beloved store owner is at Gen Con, and he is, I imagine that he's testing out different card games that are about to release. One of them that as well that he mentioned that we're going to be covering is Riftbound, the new League of Legends TCG. And there is another there's I don't know what's the game called, but there's a mobile game that it's about cookies. Cookie characters, and they released a TCG as well. So we're going to be covering that as well. So pay attention to our social media. We're going to be everywhere. Our next event will be the Portal Experience. Our next event, obviously, we have already green light for Mega Geek Con next year, and as well, we don't have full details, but we are going to be as well in Mega Geek Con's other event. This called the Super Otaku Con. So right now we have 2 cons already ready to go for next year, for 2026. For 2025, we have the Portal Experience, and we have not yet gotten details, but we are greenlit for Comic-Con next year as well. So just pay attention to our social media. We're making sure to bring you this experience of demoing board games, TCGs, and everything. We're trying to make this our thing and bringing it to all of you. So we're just making sure to give you everything that we can, right? And there's a lot of content going your way. The first episode of the Crucial Die campaign is available. There is an unboxing of the starter deck of Bonnie from One Piece. They're right now in editing. We have an unboxing of Pacifica, a board game. We have an unboxing of a bundle of Edge of Eternities, and a couple of unboxing or ASMR openings of Pokemon. And as well, we do have, for all of you Pokemon standard players, there is a deck tech playthrough of the Thorns deck that I played. So that is uploaded, but it's still not scheduled, but there is a lot of content going your way. So, and I know I've heard you before. I've heard some of you. Where are the Commander games? They will come back. Don't worry about that. They will come back. So
we're trying to diversify a little bit.
Exactly.
Also, I have a new deck I want to try out. It's just the precon. I haven't modified it. It's just the lands precon.
Nice.
Okay,
that's
awesome.
good.
That's good. I need to find a precon myself.
I
have a precon already.
I just want to try it before I do.
Yeah. We also have to make a video with JP ranting for 2 hours about Neuroscape, because I feel like he's going to.
I have so many things.
I know. That's why I said a 2-hour rant.
After 15 games, I have my I won 4, lost 11, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And I was giving the strong decks to other people, and I knew the game by then. By the end, I knew the game. I knew exactly what to do, and I won 3 games in a row.
Yeah,
three matches. Because it's 15 different people, and as a match, I lost 11 times.
Yeah,
because in terms of games, I played more games than 15. Is 15 different people. 11 of those people won against me. 4 people against other 4 people. I won. And that game needs help, and the game is hella fun. It is fun. It is very fun. I lost 11 times and still kept going.
Yeah, I think that the issue was that the what's the deck called?
It's the
Cybernetics
yeah,
deck
the cybernetics deck.
needs more tweaking.
Mostly
And then you
because
know more cards. Who knows?
no, I don't even think that's the problem. I think there's a mechanic in the game called psychosis,
Oh, okay.
and that mechanic is a double-edged sword.
Yes.
So you pump your creature up, like the character up so much that if you manage to hit, it's a chunk of their health, like a
You
massive
probably
chunk
win.
of their
You
health.
probably
You're
just
probably
win
gonna
outright.
win. Like
Yeah.
and don't I hit someone with like an 11 power character, dropped
Yeah.
it down to 8, to 9, and then proceeded to still lose the game.
Yeah.
Because the psychosis mechanic makes it so if you just miss a roll, because you have to roll to keep, like, I guess the idea is the sanity, you just don't deal the damage and deal the damage to yourself. Awesome. Don't you love a 50-50?
The thing is that it makes sense if you go back to I haven't played
Thematically, yes. Thematically makes sense. As
But
a
it's too much of a high risk. It's a high risk, low reward, I would say.
Yes,
honestly.
high risk, low reward. Because let's say I don't finish you off.
Yep.
Then I just basically use my resources to deal myself damage.
And then the opponent can close out the game.
And lost a card. I basically I just took damage, made my character not be able to block.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna take more damage on the swing back.
Yep.
Because I time walked myself.
Mm-hmm.
But worse, actually. They take an extra turn, I take damage because I guess I just do.
Yeah.
The games I won were the games I just refused to use the psychosis cards. Yeah.
I imagine that there has to be a card for the cybernetics where it ignores the psychosis.
Probably, definitely. There has to be something. Like a drug that you like inject or whatever, and then you lose you lose the negative effects of psychosis for a turn or something crazy like that. It'd be the only way to kind of balance it out a little bit. Yeah.
But yeah, Narrowscape was like the main highlight of Mega Geek Con for sure. Let's see how Narrowscape acts in the Portal experience. I imagine that it does release on November, but we don't have a date. We have a month. Mm-hmm. So it is November of this year, but we don't have like an actual date. So if it does releases at the start of November, awesome. We'll have product for all of you. And the good thing is that our neighbor as well is our sponsor. So we can be like, hey,
yeah,
can you give me this, please?
We can test it out.
And we can test it out. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So let's go ahead and talk about one of the biggest issues that Wizards of the Coast has. That is the fact that whenever a new set comes out, they go ahead and say, hey, I think that you guys forgot that we're going to release this set. And they started whopping out. Well, there is 120 previews already of the Spider-Man set. The other fun
There's a big asterisk to that. It might be 120, but most of those cards are from the crappy decks that are very underpowered.
Yeah,
the starter decks. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome decks. Yeah.
But yeah, technically we have 120s.
Yeah.
Being scored.
Which is, again, I want to point out, wild, since Edge of Eternities hasn't technically fully released yet.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
It's wild.
It's wild.
That the pre-release was done, and as soon as the pre-release was done, you get a bunch of previews. Like, we used to joke around. It's like, oh, we gotta wait until preview season. Oh no, guess it's tomorrow. Tomorrow's preview. No. Literally every day is preview season.
Yes.
I wonder which was the set that got shoehorned here this year. Was it Spider-Man or was it Avatar?
I'm pretty sure Avatar got shoved.
I
this year.
think so too. I think they wanted to like squeeze in it this year instead of leaving it for next year. And they would have spaced out Spider-Man because they already announced last year when I went to New York Comic Con in the panel, they said, we're doing Marvel sets for
Yes.
numerous years. So it makes sense. And the next one was Spider-Man, and they did announce it. But the Avatar thing, I think, was probably destined for next year, and they just wanted to just have it for the Christmas season.
Which is a bit odd considering we've been doing like we did Aether Drift, then we did Dragons of Tarkir,
exactly,
a Final Fantasy, which is Universes Beyond,
exactly,
right? Then we have Edge of Eternities, which is within Spider-Man, which is Beyond, but then another Beyond set.
It should have been Edge of Eternities, Lorwyn, and Bet Lorwyn. I'm saying it right now. Bet Lorwyn has the other 5 shocks. That's the set that's going to have them.
Yeah, probably. That makes sense.
Definitely. So they were going to probably do Edge of Eternities, Lorwyn, and then end with Spider-Man. But then they were like, we want more money this year. So we're just going to put Avatar first, and we're going to leave Lorwyn next year. Throw it away.
In fact, I'm going to search something up with the Edge of Eternities full preview.
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Because depending on the names, like which ones were, I know like a Stomping Ground is there. I think Watery Grave and Sacred Foundry, but I can't remember the other 2. I think just check.
It makes sense. It makes sense that they stuck. They put the shocks in Lorwyn. So,
see, we got Breeding Pool, Godless Shrine, Stomping Ground, Sacred Foundry, and Watery Grave. Right?
Yep.
So that would mean that we would be getting Steam Vents, which is a bit weird for
Lorwyn.
For Lorwyn. Yeah, Steam Vents. We would get Temple Garden, which makes sense.
Yes.
Blood Crypt, which also makes sense. Overgrown Tomb, which can make sense, and Hollow can make sense. They all make sense. The Secret Steam Vent would be the only one that's kind of odd. But Steam Vent, a vent could also be like a hole in the ground that's just blowing out steam.
Yeah.
Kind of like Shambling Vent. So
we're gonna solve this.
Makes sense.
They're just gonna put Steam Vents only in the Avatar set. They'll put the other 4. I'll put the other 4 in Lorwyn. Okay,
wait. Now the Shocklands in the Avatar set also makes sense.
That's what I was gonna say. I
hope they don't do that. I hope they really don't do that. It's gonna be crazy if they do that. It's gonna be an expensive set. It's gonna be worse because everyone's gonna buy it out, and then you're not gonna be able to get a half of the shots that you need in standard when they're supposed to be cheap. That's gonna be a problem.
But what if it makes sense? It actually.
I hope they don't do that. I hope they do specialty art for like all 10 shocks, whatever. I don't care, like a special guest, whatever. But don't put them like in the actual set. I feel like that would be a mistake. I feel like they need to be in Lorwyn. I don't think it's a good idea that they stick them in the Avatar set proper. But yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, but it makes sense. Sense. In all, so we had San Diego Comic Con. San Diego Comic Con highlighted a lot of the things that the Spider-Man set is going to bring. They showcased Marvel Legends select toys with Magic the Gathering cards. They previewed a couple of cards as well there, and they had don't hate me. I'm still like watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. I know that there was a guy with a lot of cabbages in
Cabbage Guy.
That he was passing out a promo card for San Diego Comic Con as well. That the first day in less than a couple of like 2 or 3 hours, no more promos were available. They ran out as quick as possible.
Yep.
Then next day, our friend Carlos did the line. He did get to acquire 2 promo cards, but he did say that it was under the sun. It was super bad. because the I think that the temperature there was over 100 that day. So you know, if you wanted the promo, it was because you really wanted the promo.
It's an expensive promo, I bet. It's like $100, $200 easy.
Yeah. So, and then what happened throughout San Diego Comic-Con and these couple of days that have passed? Within the pre-release of Edge of Eternities, and now we've gotten a bajillion trillion preview cards of Spider-Man. And then not only that, the most funny part as well is that there was a hoax, just a satire. I think it was an article that Wizard of the Coast Ticket released, that these type of cards, like the Peter Parker one, we're gonna have like a material that had like a small inch of radiation.
Okay.
Yeah, but we all know that that's a lie. That's a lie. So nothing. What we're going to be doing today is we're gonna highlight the rares and the mythics that we've seen that we can see that are interesting. So let's go ahead and go with the first one. JP or Ale, you guys can take over with the first card, that is the Origin of Spider-Man.
Okay, I can start. It's a colorless and a white for Enchantment Saga, Origin of Spider-Man. Chapter 1. Create a 2/1 green spider creature token with reach, obviously because it's a spider. Number 2. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It becomes a legendary spider hero in addition to its other types. In Chapter 3. Target creature you control gains double strike until end of turn. You basically make a little spider into a powerful beefy spider, or you make something else into a Spider-Man for forever, I guess. It becomes, so you're gonna keep it that way. It's interesting. It's cute, it's flavorful. For 2 mana, it might be, you get something out of it from the get-go, and then you can kind of boost it, and then you make it have double strike.
What are the most keywords, subtypes we can put on a creature? So we can make it a spider hero. I know that there's like a human elf bard, so we can make a human bard spider hero.
Yeah, that's funny. That's true. You can definitely do that. Yep.
But this is a fun card. It's
fun. I think for standard,
for limited. For limited, this is very strong. This is like a 2 mana, 2/1. Then you make it beefy. If it's then now you can start attacking with it.
Yeah,
it gives you a body from the get-go, and you can power up that body, and it's going to have more keywords. There's something good here.
Late game too, because if you play it not late game, but mid game, you already have something in play. You play this, get a 2/1. Now you have a blocker. Pump your already big creature, give it double strike afterwards.
Yep. There's something there. And if there's cards that care about having spider heroes, it's going to be very relevant soon. I think at 2 mana, it might be, we don't know because we don't have all the cards, but it could have the potential of being kind of good in the right deck.
Let me cover the next one.
Yep.
So we got Peter Parker, 1 and a white for a 0/1, legendary creature, human scientist hero. When Peter Parker enters, create a 2/1 green spider creature token with reach, and you can play 1 and banned colors to transform in. You can activate this only as a sorcery.
Mm-hmm.
Then his other side, which I will note, has a mana cost.
Yes.
So you can just cast it for the 4 mana cost.
Very relevant.
Very relevant. You can just play the 4 mana Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm.
So, Vigilance Reach, each legendary spell you cast that's 1 or more colors has web slinging for banned colors. And web sling is a new keyword that says you may cast a spell for its web slinging cost if you also return a tapped creature you control to its owner's hand.
Which is very easy to do.
As a aficionado of tapping and untapping, I really do enjoy that type of mechanic. For these colors, Glare of Subdual and Opposition are crazy. Both of them are just both of them do the same thing. Opposition does a bit more. They tap an artifact or creature an opponent controls. In this case, or you can tap your own stuff too. But tap and Opposition also taps lands. That's an easy way to tap something. The other thing is Mana Dorks. Oh look, I tapped Bloom Tender. It adds all of the 3 colors I need. Then I just return the Bloom Tender back to my hand.
A Noble Hierarch.
Oh look,
yeah.
Oh look, I'm playing Absolute Virtue, like the new one, the 8 mana 9/9 that gives you protection from everything. That's in Azorius colors. Yep, that's a legendary. You can just put that in play.
Yep, for 3 mana. Yep,
3 mana.
It's pretty freaking good.
I started looking, and there's a lot less than you think in blue, white, and white green. But blue green has several beefy creatures you can really, really get in. So, because it's these colors, I actually think this is not that broken. It's strong. It's definitely strong.
Yeah.
But like a 4 mana 4/4 Vigilance Reach for standard seems like average.
Commander.
Yeah.
You know how it is. This is all Commander.
This is a Commander card for sure. Yeah, it's a
Commander card.
Of course it is.
Obviously, we have the in the Spider-Man set, we will have a bajillion treatments.
Yeah. I'm a sucker for that treatment, I'm not gonna lie.
Bajillion treatments. We're gonna have a gazillion because they previewed a couple of them. But this is I'm with Ale. This is my favorite one. They have the comic book style
version. Yeah, I'm a sucker. I saw that. I'm like, I need it.
Exactly. I'm like,
need it.
Yeah.
I need it. Yes.
I need it. Okay. So let's go ahead and go to our next rare card. That is Spider-Man 2099. It's blue and red legendary creature Spider Human Hero. It's a 2/3. It has the following effects. So it has from the future. You can cast Spider-Man 2099 during your first, second, or third turn of the game. Has double strike vigilance at the beginning of your end step. If you've played a land or cast a spell this turn from anywhere other than your hand, Spider-Man 2099 deals damage equal to his power to any target.
Yep. It's so interesting that we just had a mechanic that Wizards wanted to bury because they were releasing these cards called Void. Is it Void? Is it the one where you can just cast stuff from exile? Yeah. I was joking that the caveat of not being able to cast it in the first, second, or third turn seemed a little excessive. But if you play this on turn 2, I feel like, and you can cheat it because there's nothing there that doesn't say you can cheat it into play. So if you have ways to cheat that into play, you can circumvent the problem that it has of not being able to cast in the first 3 turns. You can cast in the opponent's turn if you have a way to do it, by the way. It's scary. It's scary. And it has the potential of being very good. On the baseline, that is a 2/3 for 2 mana that has double strike and vigilance, so it can block and it's going to hit very hard.
Yeah.
I'm looking for a specific card. Is Expressive Iteration like banned in?
It's not in standard. That's
in modern. In modern.
Oh, modern. Oh, good question.
No, it is legal in modern, and it lets you play one into your hand, and exile one of them. You may play the exile card this turn. So never mind. I was just thinking because you play him. And if you with an expressive, something as simple as an expressive iteration, you exile a land and play it. And between exiling the land, like if you have a Spider-Man 2099 and you resolve an iteration, you're getting a trigger. And it is very, very easy to just start killing a bunch of stuff. Early game.
It reminds me a lot of the Rakdos Partner. I forget the name of that card.
Vial Smasher?
Yeah, it's sort of Vial Smashery. When you cast a spell, hit someone with the rest of the first one.
Yeah,
So it feels a little bit like that.
It's a strong card.
It's very strong. Yes, it is.
Yeah, it is. It is.
It's definitely going to be standard playable for sure.
Next card I'm gonna cover is Spider Ham Peter Porker.
Mhm.
Are you looking for the #1 local game store here in Puerto Rico? I got it for you. It's called Titan Games. They are located in Caguas and in Rio Piedras. As well, they have their own website, titanhobbygames.com. There you guys can find your favorite TCGs and much more in their website. That's not all. Just pass by. Every week there's an event and there's a lot of things you can do with Titan Games. All of their information are in the description below, so pass by and check them out.
Porker.
1 and a green for a 2/2 legendary creature, human boar hero. Spider boar hero, not human boar hero. When he enters, create a food token. And Animal Mayhem. Other spiders, boars, bats, bears, birds, cats, dogs, frogs, jackals, lizards, mice, otters, rabbits, raccoons, rats, squirrels, turtles, and wolves you control get +1/+1.
Stupid.
Basically, almost anything that's not a human.
Yep.
Yeah.
+1/+1.
It's amazing.
It's flavorful for the character.
I'm gonna be
I know
honest.
it is.
This is low key one of the strongest cards. A two mana lord that is gonna pump all your spider heroes.
It's gonna pump
be crazy.
everything.
Yes, it does pump everything, but I'm just thinking within the set, there's so many spider heroes that are probably gonna be viable, or anything that just happens to be a spider.
Mhm.
Exactly.
It's really freaking good.
Also, this set's gonna be legal with Eldraine. Yeah, not Eldraine, Bloomburrow.
Wheelbarrow.
And yeah, there's bound to be some overlap there.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be used everywhere. Yeah. On May is pretty good. I know it's not a rare, and May is very, very strong for a Soul Sister strategy. So May is a white 0/1. Whenever another creature you control enters, gain 1 life. If it's a spider, put a 1/1 counter on it. It's a 0/1, I believe. So it's a Soul Sister.
2.
0/2, sorry. It's a Soul Sister. Very good Soul Sister.
Yeah.
Very abusable Soul Sister. So, yep. Then the giant extra arms is also pretty good because it gives it's the giant growth that gives +4/+4. So there's potential there. If it's targeting a spider, there's potential there to do stuff. I don't know if you're gonna do a boggles type of strategy with that, but
Exactly, yeah.
But having it a giant growth for 1 mana, pretty good.
Okay, let's see. That is our next rare. Right there.
Okay, what? Oh, the Double Trouble?
Yeah.
Okay. Double Trouble. 4 colorless and a red instant. Double the power of each creature you control in a return. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Yeah. Why
Very
not?
good. It's very expensive. I don't know if it's going to see standard play, but definitely is a great commander card. If you have evasive creatures, if you have creatures that have prowess, if you have like token strategy, there's many trample.
You know what we should do for the next set for Avatar? We have a commander counter. How many times do we say this card is for commander?
Commander. It's always for commander. I love that they didn't make commander sets, like commander decks for this set in particular, but it doesn't matter because a lot of these things are just gonna make commander decks with these stupid cards. Oh look, there's Shock. They reprinted Shock.
Yeah, they reprinted Shock. Yeah.
That's nice. Shock in this format.
That's good.
Yeah, that's good.
Mono red. Yes.
Mono red strategies. You can never die.
We have Spider-Man, Miles Morales.
Yes. He's the weak one, by the way.
Yeah, but he's actually pretty good.
Yes, he is.
So because 4 green for a 5/5 legendary creature spider human hero. He has vigilance and trample, and when he enters or attacks, that's Titan text.
Mm-hmm.
That's already pretty good because you put a +1 counter on each other creature you control, and those creatures gain trample.
Mm-hmm.
Enters or attacks, that's pretty good.
Yep.
That's actually pretty good.
It's gonna be your your budget crater hoof. But
Yeah.
Created hoof. Yeah.
You say, yeah, I like how you say "quote unquote" budget because this might
Budget.
be because anything in this set might just be randomly, $5,
Expensive. Yeah.
$10,
That's
$15,
true.
$20.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We're gonna have to see in a couple of months how Final Fantasy fares when the hype dies out because this came out or Avatar came out, because that'll inform a lot of these sets going on in the future. We won't know because Final Fantasy is the first one that's standard legal. There's a bunch of stuff. There's a bunch of hype. So it all depends. If that set raiders and all the cards like lose their value, then all of these sets will never retain their value. It'll only be like a FOMO effect every single time.
I completely agree.
Yeah.
Okay.
You gotta
Okay,
talk
guys.
about the Spider-Man.
I'm gonna go ahead. While you guys cover
Oh.
these coming 3 cards,
Okay.
I will be RB.
Bigger. Put it bigger so I can read the Spider-Man. Stop scrolling the Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Give me a second.
Okay, scroll down a little bit to Spider-Man.
Okay.
Just a bit. There you go. Okay. Spider-Man, Peter Parker. 3 colorless and 2 white. For a legendary creature, Spider-Human Hero, it's a 4/4. It has flying. Whenever you gain life, put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains indestructible until end of turn. Yeah, that's good. Whenever you gain life, so it synergizes with on May and probably MJ. I feel like a lot of the human ones put 1/1 counters and they kind of support the heroes. So seems kind of cool to be able to pull that off. But
And
yeah.
one of the things people are talking about with Spider-Man Peter Parker is that's basically just an angel. You just slap the Spider-Human hero onto it, and that's just angel text.
Yeah, it is. It's
Like-
functionally acting like an angel.
Yes.
Yes.
And I understand, Spider-Man Miles Morales doesn't really act like a spider.
Mhm.
That's not really what it's trying to do. It's not doing anything thematic. These are again the welcome decks, the starter decks, and that's kind of to be expected, but also kind of not to be expected
Mhm.
because consider Cloud and Sephiroth.
Yeah.
Those starter decks were really thematic within their rules decks and within their what they want to be doing.
I find it interesting because I think, given that they're all spiders, it's kind of clashing with what's known from Magic the Gathering regarding spiders. In any other circumstance, if it was any other game, the keyword of reach wouldn't apply to spider heroes. But since Magic has this internal lore where spiders always have reach, I'm pretty sure they were combating when do we put reach on a spider here, or when we're not putting it, or when do we put flying or something, or vigilance, or I'm pretty sure they were grappling with not having every single spider here just innately have reach.
I feel like everything having reach is a problem because reach is very, very good in a limited environment.
Yes.
Because being able to just block flyers, and most limited environments have small flyers that chip in for damage throughout the entirety of the game. So having just turn to a 2/3 reach. Okay. I guess I can't do anything.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, because they were probably thinking of the limited environment as well, since this is a standard set too. I mean,
But
yeah,
also playing devil's advocate to my own argument. They said they're only supporting 5 archetypes in the draft environment, so it's not like there's even that much versatility. I'm pretty sure for the last draft environment I played was Dragons of Tarkir.
Yeah,
and for Dragons of Tarkir,
they had 10, right?
They had 10, yeah.
Yeah, because it's the 5 tribes, or the 10. No, 5 tribes.
It is 5 tribes, but they had 10 archetypes.
They had 10. And they spread too thin because it's hard to be able to be hyper focused on a specific mechanic because it's spread out over the singular set, which you're never going to see these mechanics again for a while. So it becomes an issue too. So having 5 mechanics, we're seeing it right here. We have Mayhem, for example. It's one of the mechanics here, which Mayhem, it's it's sort of like the other one that we've had before, the Madness, but now it's worse. I don't like Mayhem.
Madness.
Yeah, it's fixed Madness.
Because you may cast this card from your graveyard for the Madness cost if you discarded it this turn.
Yes, but you still have to. Timing rules still apply, so it's fixed Madness. It's worse Madness.
So you discard it. It goes to the graveyard. It's in the graveyard, and you can cast it from the graveyard.
Yep.
I'm pretty sure there are cards that care about things leaving the graveyard.
We saw it
here.
What are we talking about?
We saw it with the Spider-Man 2099.
Yeah. So
that's one.
Like that's already a synergy with that.
Okay, I'm gonna go into like a conspiracy theory rabbit hole for a second. My guess with the Mayhem mechanic, beyond trying to do fixed Madness, I think that they only did it because I feel people were pretty confused with doing Madness in MTGA, the MTG arena. Because since you have to comply with the with the timing of like the card when you cast it or whatever, Mayhem is easier because you just discard a card and it's gonna show up on the little side of your hand. You're gonna see it on the side, and then you can cast it whenever applicable. And it's easier and more intuitive than having Madness and dealing with a chain and whatever. That'd be my guess. That's me being speculatory, but I feel like they're making a baby version of Madness for new players to be able to understand the mechanic.
Mostly, also because to expand on that, when you cast something from Madness, it never really you discarded it, but it goes to exile, right? It technically goes to exile because you can cast it in that temporary zone at the moment. It never touches the graveyard, and it's a whole mess.
Madness is like when you. It's kind of like when you play Foretell. Whatchamacallit? I forgot the other one. There's Foretell, the story one.
Oh, Adventure.
Sure. And then the most recent one, the Spree. No, that's not Spree. The one from
Tarkir, the one that's Adventure but worse. Yes,
exactly. Yeah. So I imagine that they did it for that same reason, because it's much more easier probably for new players. Because if we all know that when these new IPs come in, a whole number of new players come in because they're like, hey, this is my favorite IP. I'm gonna try to play Magic, and then when they get the little taste of Magic, they're like, "Oh my god, I want more." So
I feel like if I play with Madness and with Mayhem, I'm just gonna do Madness without thinking about it. I'm gonna think oh, I can test it right now. It's like, no, you can't do it right now. I'm like, oh no, I gotta wait.
You know what I want to do?
Mm-hmm.
The guy in the chair.
Yeah,
I would get that card and make it life size.
Just get a playmat of that card.
or that, yes. The reason why I say it is because if you got to meet me when I was working at Crash and Smash in Guaynabo a long time ago, the store owners would call me the guy in the chair. And I think because you're with you in the podcast and the movie guy. So Omar always would call me the guy in the chair because anything that they would ask me to look for in the internet, I would find it. But it was that or Oracle. I prefer Oracle more, but the reason why I mentioned it is that I did not expect that they're going to make this card, but just seeing it, I just love the whole gizmo with it. So
it's funny.
I'm going to go ahead and get the next card because I know I was MIA.
That's okay. Yep.
The next card is Venom Blast. So for 2 green and 2 colorless, you have a sorcery that does the following. Put 2 1/1 counters on target creature you control. It deals damage equal to its power up to 1 other target creature.
Horrible.
It's not fight. It's
not fight.
Yeah. Now, my
That's
question
a
is,
rare.
Trash.
That's
Trash.
a rare. That's
That's a
common.
trash. That's a thank you. That's a common. That is
Actually-
less than a
actually-
common.
Actually, it's literally a common right now. There's a creature, like there's a
Yeah.
sorcery. No,
Yeah.
there's an instant that made a creature deal damage to itself, but then it
Mhm.
got errated. And in Edge of Eternity, so that was better. And even pre-errata, it's still better.
This,
cheap math.
if you pull, this is a rare for real. Look, it is a rare. Oh my god! If you pull that out, like no,
I mean, that's
because
the
this is
starter
a rare
deck.
from
That's
the
a starter.
deck.
Yeah, that's a
deck.
starter
yeah,
deck.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
starter
starter
card.
card.
Okay, thank God.
Which
Okay, I was
still-
worried
it's
for a
still-
second. It's a horrible rare. It's a horrible rare.
the main set is the Spider-Man head.
Gotcha.
And
Yes.
your decks
The
are
best.
the ones with the spider. Okay.
With the spider symbol. Yes. Okay. Spider symbol is the starter deck. Yes, because this is horrible. This is a horrible rare.
Art. I think that there's better cards that do the same thing, but for like,
Yes, there's a million cards that do this thing better. I don't know. Why does this has to be a sorcery? Why? It's insane. Like, this could have been an instant. There had no reason. This had like this. It's still bad as an instant, but at least an instant is better.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it's bad.
It's bad. Horrible.
Super bad. Yeah, horrible.
Next rare.
Next rare.
Next rare, Future Flight.
Yeah.
2 blue, enchantment aura. Enchant creature. When this aura enters, draw 2 cards. And enchant creature gets +2/+0 and has flying. That's
It's an uncommon.
Actually-
It's a good
actually-
uncommon.
actually 4 mana draw 2 with a +2/+0 flying is not horrible.
I know it's not horrible, but this is an uncommon. This is not a rare,
It'd be a really strong uncommon.
but it'd still be an uncommon. This could,
Yeah,
this was a rare, like you would see no play ever, and you'd be crying if you pull it on a booster pack. So it's it's okay.
It's an okay.
Yeah.
I would
Okay.
say okay card.
I like the flying, the evasive. Like if it would have had like what do you call this, totem? If it had totem armor. If it had totem
Yeah.
armor, it would have been better. But I know totem armor would be like too pushed, maybe. I don't even think it would have been pushed, honestly. It would have been fine. It replaces itself, it's good, but
Yeah, but the good thing is that let's think about it this way. We're getting welcome decks. I think that there are 6 different welcome decks. So we're getting welcome decks again, but we're not getting 6 Shivon dragons at least.
But you know what? I miss the Shivan dragons. I like them because it helps you understand the basics, like fire breathing, not mayhem. People understand.
I think that the reason why Wizard of the Coast decided to bring welcome decks once again, that Wizard of the Coast is somebody, because I know, we here in the Cardboard Cave that you guys watch our podcast. Some of the cards that you have been printing are ideas that we have put in the table.
That's true.
I mean, again,
No,
a lot of people may have the same ideas at the same time.
we had them first.
We have
The reason why
exclusive
they're
rights
doing-
to all ideas.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure that the welcome decks are Spider-Man themed because they just want to grab new players. They want to assure that the players that are coming just to buy the IP stay to play the game.
You know what?
Yeah.
One of the things that I think that they should do, and it's something that it's a product that I think that should come back, but I think that they should put a little bit much more love to it, like that the introduction level for people that want to play standard, because I know that there is Pioneer as well and Modern, but those 2 formats are pretty expensive. So when you do what was the decks, the pre-built standard decks for the meta deck, that is a product that they should come back with, but give it a little bit more love, like, hey, I'm gonna use like an example. When Arc-like Phoenix was like a meta deck, when you would buy the I don't remember what were they called, but the structure decks, I'm gonna call them structure decks, like a Yu-Gi-Oh product. So when you would buy the structure deck, you would only get one Arc Phoenix. Like I think that it would have been a little bit better. Like, hey, outbound instead of one, give them two. Because you have an opening to have somebody like, hey, what if I want to be a pro player? I can.
But you know what? It was fine. Like, okay, it's egregious. They're giving you one, but at the very least, there were $30 decks, and they still had a lot of other good stuff. And like, if you bought 4 of those, same thing would happen with the structure decks in Yu-Gi-Oh. If you bought if you bought a playset, you actually have a functional, like competitive, like actual competitive standard deck. So at least that was good. I don't think they're going to do that again, because since now we have 3 IPs a year, it has to be like impossible for them in terms of contracts to be able to print those cards into like standard decks a year down the line. I think they do these contracts for like this set or whatever, and it's like limited to this. Unless they put it in the contract from the get-go, or they fix their contracting problems, which we've seen already with Spider-Man, we're not going to have these Spider-Man art in the MTGA sets. We're going to have like in-universe cards of Spider-Man cards, which is bonkers to me.
That's funny.
So it is hilarious. So I don't think they're going to be able to do that. But I do wish they would do that, because it would incentivize people getting into Standard. Like, people are getting into Standard now because of the IPs. But once they see the big wall that they have to cross over into actually playing this game, which is like the money problem that the Standard has. Like, getting DVs, for example, are super freaking expensive. Getting a Standard deck is like $600. They're not going to be able to want to play at all. In the Standard format. So they're just going to stick to Commander, and it's not viable. They need players to actually be playing and engaging with the community and the Pro Tours and all that. So,
yep. Let's say, for instance, here in Standard, if you want to be like in the top 5, the cheapest one in the top 5 is Gruul Aggro, and it's $231.
Oof, that's the cheapest?
That's the cheapest one of the top 5.
Okay.
The most expensive one is it Cauldron? That's $702.
Wow. See, that's too much. For Standard, that's too much.
Weird.
No one's going to be able to want to get into it. And we saw bannings recently that like destroyed some of the top decks in order for other decks to kind of like rise up. But it's still a problem, because then if people, because of Final Fantasy, people started playing because of Final Fantasy and they built a deck, and then some of the cards that they got from their deck got banned, that automatically is going to want them to stop playing. And I know this for a fact, because I know people that play in our local game store, and they built decks because of Final Fantasy, and then some of the cards got banned. Like, not Final Fantasy cards, but previous cards from the deck that they built. And they were already talking about like the fact that like, why should I invest in Standard? Like, they want to push the Standard format in our local game store again, but it becomes difficult when these people, they got into the IP, they want to buy, they buy into a deck, and then some of the cards from like a mono red deck got banned. So now the deck is unplayable, like at least not to the level that it should have been. So
I have an idea for everybody.
Yes.
Play Commander, play Pokemon. That's it.
True. Just play Commander.
For $60, you have a good Standard Pokemon deck.
That's true. Yep. That's true.
Or play Pokemon Live.
Pokemon TCG Pocket. It's fun.
As well. I haven't played for a long time, but
it's fun. A new set just came out, so.
Okay, let's go ahead and look for the next rare card.
Okay. The lands are cool with the little spider people. Yeah, spider people.
Okay.
Oh, that's it.
That was it.
Oh no, there's more. Oh no! Oh god, it's so many. Oh god, it never ends. Okay.
So we have
Venom. Yep.
Venom, Eddie Brock, 4 black for a legendary creature symbiote villain. Menace, whenever another creature dies, put a +1 counter on Venom. If that creature was a villain, draw a card.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's
fine.
there.
It's there.
There's a lot of things regarding the villain archetype.
there's in the previous the starting
Doctor Who?
card there is a card that says villain spells cost 1 less.
It's true.
I like it, but at least for my commander deck, it does not work.
Yeah.
Okay,
The
next.
next one, Amazing Alliance. A colorless, 2 white for enchantment that reads enchant creatures you control get +1/+1. Whenever you attack with one or more legendary creatures, you gain that much life. We're seeing a theme here. The white Spider-Man deck is going to have a lot of things that care about life gain. A lot of life gain.
And commander.
In Commander.
And
Just,
commander.
it's fun.
It's fun. Okay, the next one is we have another Spider-Man 2099 Miguel O'Hara for 4 colorless and 1 blue. You have a legendary creature, Spider Human Hero for 4 that says the following: when Spider-Man 2099 enters, return up to 1 target creature to its owner's hand. Whenever 1 or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, draw a card.
It's very Commander coded.
Yeah.
It wants you to attack other people.
If anything, this is like probably the closest thing to the playables, because it's very similar to like that's not comparable, but it's very similar to the blue enduring creature. The problem with that creature that has flash.
Yeah.
That same text but with flash, and that's crazy.
I mean, we know it is all
Also,
going to
it's
be
a 4-mana
overcosted.
4/3,
So.
so yeah, that's a huge difference.
Overcosted, so.
Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing here with the Spider-Man Webslinger, it's a 2 colorless and a white for a legendary creature, human spider hero. It's a 3/3 and it has websling, so you can cast it for 1. The interesting part here, it is, if I'm not mistaken, this is our first playable commander at the common level. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, snap.
I think you are mistaken.
Playable, because not the one that morphs into the color identity of your choice. I mean, like actual common commander.
Wait,
There's probably some.
I think that there was one beforehand, if I'm not mistaken.
Then you have to Google it. I mean, JP's going to find it before any of us, so.
Yeah. But I think I remember because JP was excited about it because he was like, hey, this is our first like common commanders.
And this is our second one.
Yeah, in Tarkir.
In Tarkir,
Oh,
yeah.
so
We had a
this is
cycle.
recent.
We had an entire cycle.
An entire cycle.
Now, web slinging abides by the commander tax, right?
I'm pretty sure, yeah, because tax is an additional cost.
Okay, good. Still, you can cast it for cheap on the first try.
Yeah.
There's something there.
And next, here we go. This one, this mythic.
Yes. Useless mythic. Ghost
So,
Spider Gwen Stacy. 3 colorless, 2 red, 4/4. Legendary creature, Spider Human Hero, and has menace. Whenever Ghost Spider attacks, it deals X damage to the defending player, or X is the number of attacking creatures. Pretty simple, pretty
horrible.
straightforward. Yeah, it's simple, straightforward.
Yeah. Okay, next one. Go ahead. Take it.
Oh yeah, so it's
That
Anti-Venom.
one. Yes.
Anti-Venom horrifying healer. He's a white. So 5 white symbols for a 5/5 legendary creature, symbiote hero. When Anti-Venom enters, if he was cast, return target creature card from your graveyard to the battlefield, and if damage would be dealt to Anti-Venom, prevent that damage and put that many +1 counters on him.
It's very fun, but I saw Seth talking about this card in particular, and then he talked about another card that was kind of similar that came out a few sets ago and saw no play. And it's the problem of having 5 white pips.
Yeah.
Although it might be more doable now since we have Shocklands, and we have the I think it's the Aether Drift cycle allows you to have the possibility of having dual colors with the potential of having your 5 white pips to be able to pull it off.
Yeah.
It's still a
But
bit
it's-
steep.
But it's so good. Like if you can actually play it, it's so good.
Yeah, if you could actually play it, it's really good. Yeah.
Really good. It's so good. It's so fun, but it's just so steep. It's and you need to cast it in order to be able to do the effects.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay, here are my bad. Okay, so now we're gonna be starting to see like some of the treatments that we're gonna be getting on the cards. So obviously we have the these are the
Extended art.
Just
Yeah,
extended borderless art. Yeah.
Mhm.
and then we have the show. I think one of the many showcases, but there's other type of showcase as well.
Yep.
But it's our next card. So we have Spectacular Spider-Man. So for 1 and white, we have legendary creature Spider-Human Hero, the 3/2 with Flash, and it has 2 colorless abilities. The first one, for 1 mana, Spectacular Spider-Man gains flying until end of turn. Or for another 1 colorless is sacrifice Spectacular Spider-Man. And creatures you control gain hexproof and indestructible until end of turn.
So I really do want to say, remember how we were talking about giving a creature like a spider reach?
Mhm.
Or not? Well, this is like the perfect example of what they should have done more, but I understand that it is a lot of text. The pay 1 mana Spectacular Spider-Man gains flying until end of turn. That is perfect flavor, as in he's using one hand for the web slinging, and then he's flying through New York.
Mhm.
That's
Yep.
beautiful flavor right there.
Wait, that's all you're gonna say? You're not gonna say this is busted as all hell? This is a card that saves all your creatures at instant speed.
It's 3 mana, 2 mana, 3/2. Flash is pretty good, and the protection is pretty good too.
It's really good. Like this is the first one that has flash. All the other ones you have to put it on the board, and everyone knows that you have it. So they're gonna try to deal with that.
All the other ones sacrifice for free.
I don't know. I think it's really freaking good for that type of deck. I mean,
This is Teferi's protection, but without the phasing out.
yeah, it's at the same cost. And you have a body out of it.
I guess.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good, and the art is beautiful too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Next card. Who's gonna take it?
We got Gwen Stacy, 1 on the red. Legendary creature, human performer, hero. When Gwen Stacy enters, exile the top card of your library. You may play that card for as long as you control this creature. And then she pays 2 and Jeskai colors to transform, activate only as a sorcery, into Ghost Spider. Flying Vigilance Haste. Whenever you play a land from exile or cast a spell from exile, you put a +1 counter on Ghost Spider. Remove 2 counters from Ghost Spider. Exile the top card of your library. You may play that card this turn. That's really fun. That's
Storm.
really fun.
You just storm.
I can already think Eruth. That reads, if you would draw a card instead, you exile the top 2 cards of your library. Oh, look. I play a land, +1 counter. I play a spell, +1 counter. Remove a spell. One of the spells I cast was a ponder. I'm going to draw a card. Oh, no. Eruth says exile top 2. Keep on going.
Yep.
Keep on going. Keep on going. Oh,
So crazy.
She seems super fun.
Mm-hmm.
I was actually thinking, I was like, man, I can't play this in my War Doctor commander. But then I remembered the War Doctor, I can change the companion.
Yeah.
What if I
That's
put
true.
that it's blue and I have sky colors? And this and the War Doctor broken as heck.
They don't mix. Don't put them. They're different IPs. If you put them in the deck explodes. I want to talk about the next one because the next one is
right up your alley. Yeah.
It's Spider-Punk. He's a true rebel. It is a colorless and a red for a 2/1 Spider-Human hero. It has Riot, which is that's a mechanic we haven't seen in a bit. This creature enters with your choice of a +1/+1 counter or haste. Other spiders you control have Riot, which is nice. And the card would have been great if it would have stopped there. But somehow they were like, you know what? We need to put more stuff on it. Spells and abilities can be countered. That would have been amazing, but they had to keep going. Damage can be prevented. What the hell is this card? What was Wizards thinking? Why did they do this card? This is stupid. I need 1,000 of these cards because no one cares about the first 2 abilities. You just care about the last 2 now. This is stupid good.
So I immediately think of CEDH for this, right?
Yes.
But the problem is that someone pointed out, you play this, you let it and before this resolves, you just cast silence.
Yes.
They can't do anything. They have to pass, and you just gave your opponent a free my spells can't be countered.
True. That is true. But I mean, you're going to assume you're going to try to win on the spot. So if you're assuming that you're playing this,
you're gonna have to win on the spot, yes, but they're not letting you with the silence, and they're saying that silence effects have become so much more common that they feel like this could be a trap because it's too risky. It's people are comparing it to a defense grid.
Okay,
that it's playing a defense grid. Spells your opponent's cast spells cast not on a player's turn cost 3 more. So that's basically shutting them down, and they can't cast spells.
Yeah,
this is akin to that in terms of the interaction, but probably worse. So, will this see play? Yes. The decks that want it are probably something like Atali. That doesn't like
a Rakdos deck for sure.
Yeah,
like a Deadpool deck. Funny enough,
but I'm in the Magda Discord, and they were like, "Yeah, no, we don't want this." Because even if an opponent plays this, like let's say I play this, and so an opponent silences me, I can still, if I have enough treasures, I can just
you
still
can
win
mag
on the
that
spot.
stuff exactly.
Yeah,
it's not a
I can
problem.
still win on the spot. I don't use spells to win. I can use abilities and just win that way. So meaning this does nothing. Like I don't need my spells to be not countered. I'm not gonna cast any spells anyways.
correct.
But people could stifle you, and this card prevents.
How many times have you seen stifle?
I have stifle in my deck because I have a Magda player in my LGS. Okay. So yes.
Okay.
I do have stifle.
Maybe I'm wrong.
Magda is the best monocolored. I think it is the best monocolored commander. Exactly. Yeah. So you have to take account of that. Yeah.
Yeah, but Spider-Punk, at least for me, thinking as a competitive, a past competitive player, for mono red, this is amazing.
I'd say like mono red or Rakdos primarily are the ones that are going to use it. But I understand what JP says. Although, if you're silencing, I'm assuming that the stuff you wouldn't have used by playing this, you would try to use it to try to stop the silence from activating. But for sure, it can be a blowout, definitely, if you do it and you just have nothing else you can do. But yeah, I think it's still going to be very strong, and I think a lot of people are still going to try to play it and brew with it. Same thing with the Shadow, and Deadpool already is doing stuff in the CDH format, so just another card for that deck. Another way to try to circumvent blue players so they don't play, which I don't like. I like playing my card.
No, yeah, but at least for me, of what I mentioned, it is in standard because this makes mono red stronger. Even though mono red is not on, it is on the top 15 in the meta. One of the cheapest decks. It's like $100, but having Spider-Punk, you would be running at least 2. You can't run 4 because it's a legendary creature.
I think for a mono red deck, for sure, because giving other spiders riot and having damage can be prevented is really good if there's more weenie spiders.
Exactly. So I want to know what other things are going to come out in this set that will partner up with the Spider-Punk.
Definitely.
Okay, next card is Miles Morales for 1 and green, legendary human citizen hero. You have It's a 1/2 that has the following ability. When Miles Morales enters, put a 1+1 counter on each of up to 2 target creatures. For 3 colorless and red, green, and white, you can transform Miles Morales, activate as a sorcery, and you have Ultimate Spider-Man. That is for 3 colorless, red, green, white, legendary creature, Spider Human Hero, First Strike, haste with camouflage. For 2 colorless mana, put a +1/+1 counter on Ultimate Spider-Man. He gains hexproof and becomes colorless until end of turn. Whenever you attack, double the number of each kind of counters on each spider and legendary creature you control.
I really think this is very, very well designed, mostly because the front-facing side cares about counters, the back-facing side cares about counters. You still have the spider sub-theme because of the Spider-Man set, and you care about legendary creatures because of partnering up with other spiders in like movies and the comics, and other people usually named characters are legendary. So I really like the protection, the built-in protection. I feel like that's very, very well designed, and I'm immediately just thinking, the 2 mana version, you don't play it immediately. You play it with like a Rishkar in play, and you put 2+1 counters on 2 creatures. Then those creatures can tap for mana, and now you can try to flip him and just have +1 counter shenanigans with a legendary sub theme. And that feels very, very good.
Yep, I agree.
I like the camouflage. It is flavorful. I feel like there's a world where this could have been a little more pushed, because when you think about what Miles Morales' ability is, he turns invisible, not like invincible or untargetable. Like, it's sort of untargetable. I was thinking like it should have had phase out, but then you can't do the like whenever you attack, double number of counters, yada yada yada. But it would have been cool if it phased out.
I like it.
But beyond that, it's good that it has built-in protection. It is expensive when you think about it, though. Like, you pay 6 mana, and then you have 2 more. You have to have 2 mana up in order to protect it. So it's a very expensive card to like play outright.
What if it did like 2 mana, put a +1 counter on Ultimate Spider-Man? It phases out, phase it back in at the beginning, at the end of at the beginning of the next phase. That would be. I would have liked that. But that would have also been like the first time we see something referenced.
So like a different type of phasing out. Yeah, that's true. I like it. It's just a little expensive, but it's Naya colors. So, like, if you choose to make it into a commander, which is be a very strong commander, actually, double encounters of any kind, and your legendary spiders, that would be legendary creatures. I'm sorry, I want a spider and legendary creatures, so it's both. Yeah, it's pretty good. Very good. You just need to ramp a lot before you play it.
Yeah,
correct.
The next card would be Dr. Octopus Master Planner, 5 blue black, 4/8. Legendary creature, human scientist villain. Other villains get +2/+2. Your maximum hand size is 8. At the beginning of your end step, if you have fewer than 8 cards in hand, draw equal to the difference. Actually, pretty good.
Flavor fail.
Why?
It costs 7 mana.
Oh yeah, but 8 mana. No.
I know if it's 8 mana, it would be a playable, but I don't care. This already is not going to see play, so it doesn't matter. They should have just made it 8. It costs like 8 mana.
8 cost, 8 toughness.
Sure, just make it an 8 all around.
At that point, make the other villains get +4/+4.
For sure. Yeah.
8 mana, 4/8 +4/+4, 8, and draw 8. Yeah, that's like very, very flavorful. Extremely so.
Yeah. You're not gonna see any play anyway, so might as well just push it. Yeah. It's a flavor fail. No. But everything else, you're right. It's very good. You can definitely make a build around with this card for sure. So it's fine. The next one. Symbiote Spider-Man. 2 colorless, and you can pay the meter. It's split mana cost. It's a symbiote spider hero. It's a 2/4. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, look at that many cards from the top of your library. Put one of them into your hand and the rest into your graveyard. Find you host. You pay 2 colorless and split the mirror. Exile this card from your graveyard. Put a 1/1 counter on target creature you control. It gains this card's other abilities. Activate only as a sorcery. I like it. For 3 mana, it's a 2/4. You get to look at cards from the top of the deck, basically draw. It has to deal with combat damage. It doesn't have evasiveness, so it's not that great. I like the second ability way more, though. Being able to like stick that ability into another creature, it bodes very well with Agatha's Cauldron thing because you're putting a counter. So you're basically you put a counter on it, you have that ability, and then you can also have Agatha saying, like, if you have one counter, you have all the abilities of Agatha's Cauldron. I'm pretty sure if you exile Agatha's Cauldron, you get the static or the activate. I forget which one you get, or you get everything from the card being exiled.
You get the activated.
You get deactivated. So you can, but then it wouldn't synergize because, but yeah, you can definitely just basically put a counter on something else, and then you automatically have Agatha's Cauldron. Can't wait for that card to like phase out of standard so I can buy it. Should have bought it when it first came out. The card's so expensive.
It's so good.
It's so good. I know it is. It's so good. You're totally right.
Okay. Who wants to take the next one?
Next card, Iron Spider Stark Upgrade. A legendary artifact creature, Spider Hero, Vigilance. You tap it to put a +1 counter on each artifact creature and or vehicle you control. You can pay 2 mana to remove 2 +1 counters from artifacts you control to draw a card. Good.
It's good.
It's a fun mana.
Yeah, 3 mana, 2/3 Vigilance, Spider Hero.
It's
fine. Okay.
It makes for an interesting commander that's not like the usual Eldrazi commander. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you want to make like a token strategy of just mirrors or just Doctors or whatever, you just put that as your commander. You just start pumping them up. If you have ways to untap it or retap it or whatever, and then you can draw cards with it. It's just a different type of synergy. In isolation, it's not that great.
Completely agree. Mm-hmm. Next card is a Multiversal Passage. It's a land that says, as this land enters, choose a basic land type. Then you may pay 2 life. If you don't, it enters tap. This land is the chosen type.
This is fun and pretty good for standard because it converts it into a basic land type.
Correct.
So that's good because it's going to be able to synergize with everything. The problem is that it's only going to be good in standard. I don't know how useful this is in other formats. Although if it would have, but that would have been insane. If it would have had something like having all the keywords, like it would have been land, like / forest, mountain, island, river, and then it turns into the basic land type of your choice, it would have been fetchable.
Oh, that would have been interesting.
That would have been too insane, probably. So
I don't think it would have been insane because why instead of just look for a basic, like just look for a basic land at that
That's
point.
true.
You know?
That's true. Yeah.
So I think that would have been okay.
Yeah.
I think that would have messed up with the domain stuff though.
Yeah.
Yeah, it would have been too strong for domain. No, because it
play that land.
No, because what I'm saying is for fetching purposes, you fetch it, but then as soon as it enters, it overrides.
Yes. It does become okay.
Exactly. So it was just for the purpose of fetching.
Yes, okay, that makes sense. Yeah, that would have been perfect.
That would have been so. It would have been great.
Yeah.
So these are the full arts that we're gonna get.
I like them. Theros lands, Pokemon lands, yeah, with Spider-Man theme.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Okay,
and
so
alternate arts. Yeah.
Yes.
Here are the alternate arts that we spoken. So we're gonna get a couple.
Mm-hmm.
We can't really go through all of them.
It's the same thing that they did with Lord of the Rings, where you buy like the set. It's like the 9 cards, and they all form like a gigantic picture, but you get all of them. So I say, like, if you wanted to get all these spider heroes, this is like the perfect set to get. First of all, because it includes that Spider-Punk, I think, in the whole thing, right? So you have the 9 cards in one singular set. So if you can get your hands on that, for sure, try to buy that. Because that's what I would buy, honestly. If you're just interested in getting like the face cards and that's it.
And this what I was explaining.
There's
Oh,
so
love
many
that. The
different-
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Yeah, there's so many different
Yeah.
So many different
arts.
Then you
Mhm.
have comic book sagas that they have like the comic book bubbles.
Yep.
In this case, squares. But you have some of them that will have like the classic comic book style story.
New card.
Oh yeah, this is one of the. I think
That one.
was the last one.
That was the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. Who wants to take it? Oh,
Go
we'll
ahead.
take it. Yeah, Craven's Last Hunt. So for 3 colorless and green, having Shaman Saga, that the first chapter is mill 5 cards. When you do, this saga deals damage equal to the greatest power among creature cards in your graveyard to target creature. Chapter 2, target creature you control gets +2/+2. And chapter 3, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand for 4 mana.
You should have reanimated.
It's okay.
Is it too much to ask to reanimate? But it might be too strong. Maybe.
You know,
Maybe
Maybe.
it also
Maybe.
kind of breaks the color pie.
That is true because it's green. You're right. It should have been like green black, and then maybe it's justified. Yeah. True. You're right. You're right.
you know, I think that one of the things that is great is the fact that we're getting so many different versions of the cards. You know, in terms of like prices, it's good, you know, because if you are looking for one specific artwork, you can get it probably in a good price or not, you know. And obviously, I think that I'm going to say what we always say. Do not buy the singles or the products on the day or on pre-order. They are super skyrocketing prices.
Yeah.
Wait it out. I know that Final Fantasy still is a little bit in the highs, especially on the sealed product, but just give it a chance. Give it a couple of more weeks that you can get your favorite Final Fantasy cards for a better, reasonable price. Because this whole situation with scalpers, and now we have everybody's a collector, like everybody's a geek or a nerd nowadays. These things that are happening now are making us are making our wallets suffer because the product is not reachable.
Yeah, it's gonna crash. It's gonna crash because Magic doesn't function the same way as Pokemon. Like they print a lot of this. It's gonna be printed for the next 3 years, and on top of that, Magic players and people who are interested in IP probably got the things they wanted already. So they're just going to move on to the next thing, which is Spider-Man. And then they're going to move on to the next thing, which is Avatar. We've seen this so many times already. I remember when Warhammer came out. The decks were so expensive, especially the Necron deck. It was so ridiculous expensive. A year later, those decks were at MSRP. Like, straight out. Like, could you just buy it for, like, I think, like $60 or whatever. So, yeah, just wait it out. It's not the same at all. Like, Pokemon is another beast, but Magic does not function the same way.
Even though we did get an announcement, at least myself in TCG Player, we did get an announcement. The second wave for Black and White it's about to release. So you know,
it's gonna be rarely available.
Yes, Pokemon is a huge different monster. You know, that to put an example to each and one of you. So Pokemon became a monster as soon as the Japanese product started having high numbers as well in terms of prices. Because, for instance, I bought a long time ago, I bought 3 Japanese booster boxes for, I think it was for 110. 3 booster boxes, 110.
Yeah.
You know, when not these two sets, but when Destined Rivals and the Team Rocket sets, I wanted to pre-order Japanese just to have like a couple of boxes. I was in my mind, hey, I just ordered 3 and 3. I'll waste like $300. That's fine. But when I saw that both boxes are like one box for $100 or $120, I was like, no. No. 2+ in a Japanese booster box in Pokemon, you have to at least buy 2 cases and you have to open them all at once, because in Japan, the booster boxes are in obligation. I think that for one of their laws in terms of like for gachas, you will get hits no matter what. You will get a certain number of hits. If you get like one more, that's fine. That's because you have a great box. But to be able to like plus in monetary, you have to buy a lot, like a lot. Because you're not guaranteed to get the SIR that you want or the expensive one or whatnot. But you just have to wait it out. That's all our full recommendation is wait it out, buy singles, and obviously pass by Titan Games.
Yep.
Obviously, pass by Titan Games. They have 2 locations here in Puerto Rico, one in Rio Piedras, one in Caguas. And as well, if you're from the States, we got you covered as well. You go to Titan Hobby Games, you can find the products that they have in their stores, and they can send it to your address. Let it be from the US or in Puerto Rico. Guys, final thoughts on Spider-Man. Are you guys hyped? Are you guys ready to be web slinging?
I'm more excited about this set than I thought I would be, but for the most part, it's about the same as Final Fantasy. The set's just not for me for now. There's fun stuff, there's interesting stuff. Mostly that Spider-Punk is probably the most interesting card so far. And even though I shat on it, it's a very strong card. It might be I might be wrong. It might be a future staple, but I'm keeping my hopes up for the next set, I guess.
Avatar?
Yeah, I like the show. I like the show. It was fun.
I like the show a lot too. So
I think it was. I'm my hopes for Avatar are just like, oh, it's fun.
Yeah.
I'm not. My set was like Edge of Eternities, and I got basically almost everything I wanted, anyways.
Nice. Dirt cheap too, because that's the best thing. All the Magic sets, no one cares about them.
Yeah, except I kind of like all the fancy lands.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
fair. They're gonna be expensive. They're lands.
Lands, exactly. Yeah.
Tarkir Crash. I believe I saw I started seeing a video earlier today that like all the cards crashed. Hard. So if you wanted to buy Tarkir, now's your chance. If you want to buy Edge of Eternities, just wait it out a little bit. Wait.
I need a card from Tarkir, but I'll get that later.
Yeah, like everything crash and burn. I think I'm with JP here. The one that was more interested in was definitely the Final Fantasy one, and I got basically all I needed from that set. There's a few just fun cards to put in other decks that I'll buy eventually. With Spider-Man, I like Spider-Man. I used to collect a lot of Spider-Man comics when I was younger. When I had a local comic book shop, I used to collect Batman primarily, and then Spider-Man. That's the other thing I used to collect a lot. I don't collect Spider-Man a lot anymore, but I do like Spider-Man a lot. So I'd probably buy like the little thing of like the 9 Spider people and just build like a deck. If they release like a Peter Parker that's a reskin of Joda again, then I guess I'd stick that Spider-Man into the deck and just put everyone inside that deck and just have like a little fun danky deck. Yeah, but beyond that, I'm with JP. Probably Spider-Punk is going to be pretty strong. I'm currently trying to finish building a Deadpool deck, and I'm trying to do an Itali deck just so I have diverse EDH options, because I love Ursa, but Ursa is not as strong as other decks right now, and I've been seeing good things with Itali and Deadpool, so I'm trying to build those. And obviously Spider-Punk is going to be an auto-include in those decks, so I definitely need my need to get one of those at least, or multiple of those probably. But overall, I'm just frustrated with the fact that I know it's a release thing, and I know that they probably didn't take into account San Diego Comic-Con, like basically trampling over the release of Edge of Eternities because they planned so far in advance. They probably didn't encounter this. It's because they moved everything around, because I'm pretty sure Spider-Man was supposed to come way later. So I'm a little annoyed, a little frustrated that, people haven't even enjoyed Edge of Eternities, and we already got Spider-Man on top of it. And it already happened before, because when you were getting hyped for, I don't know, freaking Aether Drift, you were talking about other things. And when Tarkir came, you're already talking about Edge of Eternities and a little bit of Final Fantasy, and it was trampling. All these IPs are always trampling over the Magic sets, like the Magic proper sets, which include the lore from Magic. So it's a problem. It's always been a problem, but now it's like exacerbated because these sets, this IP Universe Beyond sets are in standard, so they need to take precedence because they're going to be mechanically unique cards that you need to acquire for the standard format. So they're going to be actually playable. It's not just for janky Commander players only. So it's a problem. Hopefully they mitigate that by next year. Maybe they'll slow down a little bit, although I doubt it heavily. They did Edge of Eternities, and we're going to go to space again with Star Trek, which I believe we talked about this when we were talking about Edge of Eternities. And now that leaked, then they kind of like moved it away, said it wasn't true, but I'm pretty sure it is, because why else would they say, oh, we're going to make spaceships of all things commanders? I wonder why. So,
And not even that. In San Diego Comic-Con, Josh Lee Kwai was wearing a Star Trek.
Yeah,
So
it's obvious.
It's obvious.
It's so obvious. It's frustrating. Spaceships. JP, did you play with the Commander deck?
I've tested it out.
Did you play it with the spaceship?
Yeah.
Is the spaceship fun?
Yes. And it's actually very easily to station it.
Yes.
And have the charge counters. It's a lot more streamlined than it seems. To the point where I'm even looking at cards that want to be tapped or untapped in order to see what I can do with in that headspace for that commander. I immediately thought of like King Makar, that when he becomes untapped, I get to exile a creature and just flat out removal. I was like, oh yeah, that's cute. It's 4 mana, does nothing does nothing immediately. I can just station it, and then he untaps, and then in my next turn, in my untap, I get to exile something. That's okay. But for the most part, like getting to 8 counters in green has been no issue whatsoever.
Do you feel
Massive creatures.
Do you feel a little dirty as a Magic boomer having to cast a spaceship to station it in Magic 2025?
No, not really. I feel like the station mechanic is pretty fair actually.
Okay.
Because I've had games where I play Hearthhole. I have no creatures.
Okay.
It doesn't gain the first ability until it has 2 counters. It does nothing. I just pay 4 mana for a do nothing.
Yeah.
And it does feel a bit bad.
Okay.
But that's fine. Because sometimes I make it an 8/8 by turn 4. 6/7 by turn 4. And that's crazy.
Okay.
I think it's a pretty fair deck.
Okay. And they're not that expensive.
No.
Yeah, they're not
they added there's a secret layer that they added with the commander decks.
Yes.
Open till today, I think.
Yep.
It had Reprocess, Sylvan Safekeeper, which was probably the priciest card in that. It had a few other cards that were Azuran Orb, which were pretty good for the deck. And the deck itself, it was like $100.
Yeah, the Chaos Vault. It's a cool idea, although they're veering close into just selling us singles at this point. But yes, it's very blatant. It's like, hey, these cards, we could have put them in the deck, but we choose not to, so we can sell it to you later.
Yeah.
Yeah.
a little egregious, but it's okay, I guess. If you want to power up or upgrade your deck, you can definitely just buy the commander with the Chaos Vault thing on the Secret Lair web page. So
one of the things that convinced me not to buy it is that people bought it immediately and it arrived really, really, really quickly. And when they opened the pack, the extra card, which is like, it's they don't need to bring an extra card, but they always do it, and it's always a nice surprise. That was just a basic land.
Ooh, burnt.
It was just a basic land. It's a beautiful basic land, extremely beautiful.
Yeah,
but just a basic land, and that was like the nail in the coffin. I was like, no, never mind. I'm not getting this.
Yeah. That'll teach the people not to buy the Secret Lairs because of FOMO.
Yeah. Yeah. True story.
Yeah.
And for me, the Spider-Man set, I'm not like a big fan of Spider-Man. I do like Spider-Man. I always have a war with Carlos because he loves Spider-Man. And I'm like, why? The Punisher's better. But then when you have a son and your son loves Spider-Man, you have to lose the war.
Yeah, the war is lost.
The war is lost. But I'm liking where the Spider-Man set is going, at least in terms of like the artwork. The cards are very interesting. Same highlighted card that I think that we have been talking about is Spider-Man, Punk Spider-Man. I love its abilities. Me as somebody that has played mono red for so long, it's a very great card. But yeah, I'm super excited to see where the Spider-Man set is gonna go. I'm okay with it. But let's go ahead, round the table, say where the people can find you. JP, starting with you.
You can find me here in the Cardboard Cave podcast, but more importantly, how about you, Orengo?
You can find me here talking about delicious IP-driven cardboard. You can also find me in Cinema's podcast where I talk about movies. I haven't done an episode in a bit, but I'll get back to that. But yeah, what about you, John? Where can the people find you?
Well, you guys can find me here in the Cardboard Cave podcast as well. And I do as well movie reviews and interviews and whatnot in films. I'm like Orengo, haven't done a couple episodes in a bit, but we will be getting back to that. But nothing. As well, if you guys want to see like a little glimpse of like my life and being a content creator, you guys can find me at Cinema Dad PR. That's another place that you guys can find me as well. But nothing for everybody that continues supporting us and everything. We will be launching officially our Discord next week. We're just missing permissions, the permissions of like the channels, so that we can have everything settled in. We do have it's not a surprise, but the Crucial Die cast will be in the Discord as well. So we will have a section for our cast members that they don't have to have like their own Discord. And we have a couple of surprises for all of you. And we have our next upcoming event is the Portal Experience. It's November 1st and 2nd. So don't miss out. If you guys want to meet St. Austin John, the comic book artist, or Jason Page, go ahead and pass by the event. We will be there as well. We will have a section like that you guys can play board games. We will be providing demos. We'll have a little section like that we can that will be selling 3D printed items and TCGs as well. Cardboard as well. So nothing. We will see you all in the next one.
until I cut it, bala pa tu cabeza, para delicadeza, habla la realeza, salva naturaleza, method for your mentalities, kill them with no fatalities, happy with all the cannabis, welcome to your reality.